Hello, my name is Dr. Frank Romano, member of the U.S. and French bars and former associate professor of the University of Paris. It is urgent that we together find a solution to this humanitarian disaster unfolding before our eyes in Gaza and in the West Bank. I want to focus this short video on the policies of the U.S. government, in particular President Biden's policy with respect to the massacre and genocide committed in Gaza. Biden's weak and indecisive leadership does not help things. He approves of weapons to be delivered to Israel along with millions of dollars in the middle of this massacre. This is another way of giving Israel the green light in pursuing its vicious annihilation of the Palestinian people. And that is tantamount to being an accomplice to the war crimes committed by Israel against the Palestinian people. Biden will thus be included as a defendant in the complaint to the International Criminal Court for war crimes against Palestinians that I have submitted, along with Netanyahu and his other cohort thugs. What about Biden's unbridled approvals of endless deliveries of arms and money to Israel, paid for by U.S. tax dollars, and then vaguely conditions that on Israel's promise to try and limit civilian losses and injuries? What Biden has done is equivalent to the World War II fiasco when the British Prime Minister Chamberlain tried to negotiate with Hitler. Like Biden's vague and weak conditioning the delivery of arms and money to Israel, Chamberlain agreed to give Hitler the Sudetenland of Czechoslovakia on the condition that Hitler takes no more European land. Hitler then proceeded to take the rest of Czechoslovakia, then invaded Poland, followed by a huge chunk of Europe. Israeli leaders, like Hitler, who scoffed at Chamberlain's weak efforts of appeasement, the Israeli leaders probably laugh at Biden's weak attempts at appeasement, weak conditions, namely to be careful about harming civilians, as the Israelis grabbed the money and weapons from the U.S. After the grab, the Israeli leaders continue scoffing at Biden as they continue to order the massacre of Palestinian civilians in Gaza and the West Bank. Biden needs to use leverage to pressure Israel. The leverage is the following: stopping arms and payments to Israel until Israel implements a ceasefire for several months in Gaza, allows the humanitarian aid to immediately enter, and then finally completely withdraws from Gaza. Force is obviously the only language that Israel will understand. The problem is Biden has been bought out, or more like bribed by Israeli Zionists, like many U.S. politicians. He has been given millions on the condition that he continues to support and not criticize Israel. So what he does, like many other American politicians who have been bought by AIPAC and other Zionist donors, is to weigh the importance of being elected with Zionist money against the consequences of the Israeli massacre, the genocide of thousands of innocent people. In sum, Biden has decided that he must be elected at all cost, and that is ignominious. Biden knows what the right thing to do is, and that is to save Palestinians, notably Gazans, from the ruthless, vicious massacre. And he has the power to do it. Biden needs to have guts and confidence that he would be reelected in spite of giving up millions of dollars by using his leverage and coerce Israel into stopping the massacre. But he, along with a myriad of American and European politicians give in to their priority of gaining money and power, nourished by their greed at all cost, even again at the expense of thousands of innocent people. Thank you.